The storm has finally broken. A fragile quiet has settled over the forest, a silence that feels more unnerving than the thunder that preceded it. The world is washed clean, every leaf and branch dripping with rainwater, glistening in the weak morning sun that's now fighting its way through the dense canopy. The air is heavy, thick with the scent of wet earth and pine. But with the silence comes a familiar, gnawing ache in my stomach. Hunger, it's sharper now, more demanding than ever before. The berries and roots I've been surviving on are no longer enough. I need sustenance. Something more substantial to fuel the fire within, to keep me going in this relentless world. As I scan the forest floor, my eyes catch something in the soft mud, tracks. Not the scattered prints of small creatures, but something larger. Hoofprints. They're fresh, the edges still sharp and clear. My heart gives a hopeful thump against my ribs. A deer, it was here, and not long ago. This is it. This is my chance. The forest, which just yesterday was a raging adversary, might now offer a lifeline. The thought sends a jolt of adrenaline through me, clearing the last vestiges of sleep from my mind. The hunt is on. Every sense sharpens, every muscle tenses. The forest is alive again, and so am I. I begin to follow the tracks, my movements slow and deliberate. Each step is a careful placement, a silent contract with the ground beneath me. I press my palm against the damp earth, feeling the faint vibrations of the forest. The air is still, so still it feels like the entire world is holding its breath, waiting. I become a shadow, moving low through the undergrowth, letting the ferns and hanging vines brush against me without a sound. My primitive spear, fashioned from a sturdy branch and a sharpened piece of flint I painstakingly chipped into shape, feels like an extension of my own arm. It's crude, but it's a tool that has sustained humanity for millennia. Today, I hope it will sustain me. The tracks lead me towards the sound of trickling water, a small stream carving its way through the woods. The ground is softer here, the prints even more defined. The deer was thirsty. It's close. My breathing slows, falling into a steady, quiet rhythm. I try to match it to the pulse of the forest itself, to the gentle rustle of leaves in the faint breeze. I need to become part of this landscape, not an intruder within it. Through a thicket of dripping leaves, I see it, a flicker of movement. A small doe, its coat the color of damp bark, is cautiously drinking from the stream. It's beautiful, a picture of serene life in this wild place, and my stomach clenches with a primal, undeniable need. My heart, which was pounding with anticipation, now slows to a steady, focused beat. This is the moment. Everything comes down to this single action. All the days of hunger, the nights of shivering in the cold, the fear, the uncertainty, it all converges here. I raise the spear, the weight of it familiar in my hand. My muscles coil, remembering the countless practice throws against dead trees. I am no longer just a man lost in the woods. I am a hunter. I am channeling something ancient, a deep instinctual knowledge passed down through generations I will never know. It's a connection to the past, to the very essence of survival. The distance is manageable, but the shot must be perfect. There will be no second chance. With a final silent exhale, I let the spear fly. It cuts through the thick air with a whisper, a dark streak against the green backdrop. For a fraction of a second, the world is completely silent. Then the silence is shattered. A sharp, brief cry echoes through the trees, a sound of surprise and pain that pierces the quiet morning. Then stillness returns, heavier than before. The doe stumbles, falls, and lies still by the water's edge. A wave of conflicting emotions washes over me. There is the profound relief of a successful hunt, the knowledge that I will eat, that I will have the strength to see another day. But there is also a deep, somber respect. Life has taken life. It is the brutal, unchangeable law of this world. The balance has been restored, but at a cost. I approach slowly, my steps heavy with the gravity of what I've just done. I kneel beside the deer, the warmth of its body still radiating into the cool air. I place a hand on its flank, the fur coarse beneath my palm. A quiet word of thanks escapes my lips, a whisper into the forest. This isn't about glory or sport. This is not a triumph. This is survival in its most raw and honest form. The forest provided, and I am grateful. This animal has given its life so that I may continue mine, and I will not waste a single part of it. The hide will provide warmth, the bones will become tools, and the meat will provide the strength I so desperately need. As the sun climbs higher, managing to pierce the canopy with stronger rays of light, I begin the difficult work. It's a grim task, but a necessary one. With my stone tools, I carefully prepare the meat. It's a slow, meticulous process, one that demands focus and respect for the creature. Later, back at my small, sheltered camp, a plume of smoke begins to rise towards the sky. It's the smoke from my new fire, a fire that will cook my first real meal since the storm. The smell of roasting meat fills the air, a scent so rich and promising it feels almost sacred. It's the smell of hope, of strength renewed. As I sit by the fire, watching the flames dance and listening to the sizzle of the cooking meat, a new feeling settles over me. It's a sense of belonging, a feeling of being in sync with the world around me. I am no longer just fighting against this environment. I am a part of it. I am learning its language, its secrets, its rhythms. Today I learned the hunter's rhythm. It's a rhythm of patience, of silence, of respect, and of necessity. The storm washed the world clean, and in its wake, it has given me a new beginning. The journey is far from over. The challenges ahead are immense, but tonight I will eat. I will regain my strength, and tomorrow I will wake up not just as a survivor, but as a hunter, ready to face whatever comes next. This is my new life, governed by the rising sun and the cycle of the hunt.